Okay, and welcome to Earth Day 2020. We're going to take a slight pause from the normal routine of lessons on this online learning, and we're going to focus on Earth Day today. So, Earth Day has been going on since 1970, and its purpose is to activate the population of the world against climate change. So far, they've got 1 billion people involved in the process, which is pretty impressive. So, Earth Day itself is actually this Wednesday, and that's when there's 24 hours of activity. Now, I know it's Tuesday and it's not Wednesday, but we're going to jump the gun a little bit and do a lesson, a completely unplugged lesson where you will try and look at, and it's not really like preaching about climate change. It's just giving you an opportunity to look at realistic things that you can do to help. Okay, so you've obviously got this video and these slides. There is no Quizlet. There is no simplified note template. So I'll just delete them. You've just got my explanation and the unplug activities. Not really a lab today. Okay, so the guiding questions are: what is Earth Day? What problems are facing your local community in particular and you? And what can you do about it? That's the emphasis, is you. So it's not like these big global themes that only governments and massive corporations can deal with. It's the little things that the population can actually help with. Now, your starter for 10 is what do you actually know about solutions to climate change? Now, this really caught me off guard, and I published my score there, 21.9%. Not very proud of that score. I'm a climate change student, is what they told me, which is fair enough. And when you take this quiz, really take your time and think about it, because it gets you to rank the solutions to climate change in their most effective, and it is quite hard. So take your time, but I'm sure you'll all beat me, being switched on climate change activists that you are. Okay, hopefully there'll be an interview with a real scientist here, Pete Knapp, who is studying for his PhD and has worked at CERN, and also used to work here. Here's a short video to explain Earth Day itself, and then we'll get into the main bulk of the lesson. So the main bulk of the lesson should take you about an hour. Pay close attention to this part. Everyone has to do the Become a Citizen Science activity. There's a link behind the tab here. So you've all got to do this. You don't have to do it first, but you've got to do it. Choose one between plastic impact, food impact, and then choose one between water impact and online impact. So these are the impacts of these four things on the environment. So just choose which one you think is interesting. The first two are slightly larger and slightly longer topics, and then the second two are slightly shorter. So we should break our time roughly into, I'd say, about 15 minutes for the Citizen Science, 15 minutes for one of these two, and then if my maths is correct, 30 minutes left for the main one. Okay, each one, when you follow it through, has got a page explaining what to do. For example, this is the Become a Citizen Science. There's some links about why it's important, and then you're going to need your two apps to contribute to actual science. Now, this is quite cool in that you're actually contributing to science. So the iNaturalist app is like TikTok, I guess, for biologists and botanists. You'll actually find that when you post something on there, there'll be real scientists who will check your work and then use it. So they really are interested in where these species are growing. The instruction link should explain what it is, but you basically take photos of living organisms in your area. Now, please be aware, this is not taking a photo of your brother, of your uncle, of your mum, of your dad, of you, or your pets. This is taking a walk around the natural world around you. This could just be a walk to the shops or a walk around the park and taking photos of the plants you find in your environment. It doesn't matter where that environment is, they're interested in all data. And then in this app here, the EC 2020 app, you've got two apps. Now, one of those is just taking a photo of your skyline and ranking it in pollution. It's really self-explanatory. And then the other one is just going for a walk again in your local environment and taking photos of plastic pollution that you find on the way. Now, this is going to be different for all of you. Some of you are going to live in very clean places. Some of you are going to live in very dirty places. It really doesn't matter. It's all a contribution. So as I say, this is real unplugged, because for all of the apps, you've got to at least go outside for them. With the Skyline one, if you don't really, I know you'll all hopefully have a Skyline. I hope you've got a skyline of some sort. Okay, so then you've got this is your plastic impact. So if you choose to do your plastic impact, you need to watch the video on the National Geographic link, or it links to a website. And then this link here shows you how to do an audit. So that just means taking into account and counting everything that you use, single plastic use in your kitchen. Then these are all different options. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possible things for you to do. You need to watch the video, you need to do the audit, and then 2 of. So you can either look at how you can replace your single-use plastic items. The audit helps you with that, or you can look at things that you can use instead of the single-use plastics. Or if you're feeling creative, then you can make a piece of art out of plastic that you were going to throw away. So look at things that you were going to use today and then make some nice artwork out of it. Reuse something that you were going to throw away. Think creatively about what you can do with this thing that you were going to throw away. Could just be as simple as you were going to throw away a plastic bottle and now you're going to poke holes in the bottom and grow a plant in it. And then you could look into how do you recycle in your local area? Find the location and how it works if you don't already know. So you need to do at least 4 of these activities here if you choose the plastic option. You could choose the food impact, which is this slide, food impact, and that slide directly links into here. Then, so you've got the UN video about food impact, and then a cool video that was actually made by one of our students here at LAS, 2 of our students, 3 of our students. You may recognize them. So watch the links above, and for a whole day, record what food you throw away. So what food you get left on your plate. Talk to whoever's cooking the food. What food do they get throw away during this process? And then you could be thinking about how you reduce this waste. Now again, this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options, and you only need to do 3 of them. So you could watch the videos, you could record the food, and then you could look at how do you reduce this waste. You can make a compost bin. If you're just in an apartment, this is a very creative link to show you that you can still do this. You can definitely do it in the garden, and then you can go meat free for a day. And all that would involve is, as it says, going from meat free for a day. Don't eat any meat, but just take a picture of all the meals that you ate and how did you find it, like a little diary of your day. So you need to do at least 3 of those if you choose the water option. So those are your 2 main options. You have to do the Unnaturalist, 1 of these, and then you need to choose 1 of the other 2. So it could be online impact. Now this is one that lots of people don't think about. Every time you send an email, there is an environmental impact. It is fairly impressively big, the internet's carbon footprint. These 2 websites here really go into the science of how that impact happens. So again, you've got to do 3 of these 4 activities. You've got to watch the links, take part in Earth Hour. Now, Earth Hour is explained during this link, but it's basically just turn everything off for 1 hour, and they'll give you the time of when that hour happens. Then use the Medium website. That's this website, and that goes through how you can reduce your impact on the internet, and that's like delete your unread emails or delete unused apps on your phone. And then your 4th option is just to spread the message on social media. So get on your Instaface or your Twittergram and spread the message about what you're doing. The other option, the other shorter option, is what's the impact of water on the environment? So again, we've got an LAS student-made video, and then this Balanced Small Business website or video that explains it again. So you're going to watch the links. You could calculate your water usage in 1 day, and that just goes through. It's like a little audit of your daily water usage, and then you can use this LAS video to try and reduce your water impact. Now that could be by washing only full loads of laundry. If you're doing your laundry, I hope you are now. You've all been doing it at LAS, using an energy efficient dishwasher, much better than lots and lots of sinkfuls of water. You can reduce your shower time by only 2 minutes, and that has a huge impact. Or you can place a bottle of rocks in the back of the toilet. As I said, this video explains all of those. Okay, when you've done your 3 activities, so that'll be your citizen science, 1 of the 2 big ones and 1 of the 2 small ones, you need to share them locally. Now we've made a mega Flipgrid for all of the Savoy campus. So this is going to be all from middle school all the way up to grade 10, and you need to record yourself answering these questions. What challenge did you choose and what did you do? This could be you talking about it, or it could be a little video diary of the day. How did this make an impact on the environment? So go back to the science of what you were doing and see what the impact is. And then what changes can you make to your lifestyle to be more environmentally friendly? So that's trying to make you think more than just 1 day. What simple things could you do in the future linked to the learning that you've done today? So that'll be your Flipgrid reflection on your 3 activities. Then, I'll just change that to S because you did more than one. Then I'd like to comment on two other students' work, one from our class and one from another class, please. What did you like about their video, and what's one question you have for them? Question what they did. Why did they do something? How did they find it? Was it fun? Was it hard? Was it difficult? And then there's a share globally option here. Now, this should take you 5 minutes and really help Mr. Harlan and the Alpine Club. They're looking at the LAS Air Pollution Photo Challenge. And they've got all the instructions here, and there's a QR code. So follow the instructions and get involved. It should only take you 5 minutes and will really help us out. When you've finished all of this, there's a Google form for you to complete as a plenary, and that's just a few questions on your day or days. Okay, I've emailed you all inviting you to the Classroom Teaching with Mr. Curzon. Please turn up. It's going to be very nice to see your smiling little faces. And if not, I look forward to seeing your Flipgrid videos.